Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Houston Sharpshooters Draft to Glory franchise mode here in NHL 22. So in last episode, we took on the Minnesota Wild in the first round of the playoffs, and we managed to beat them in 7 games. And it was a really back and forth series. It was really defensively minded for the most part. But as you can see, we lost game 1, then we won game 2, and it kind of just flip-flopped like that all the way to game 7. And then our offense all of a sudden came out of nowhere and won 7-3, so it was kind of a weird game in Game 7 by comparison to the rest. But a lot of one-goal games in that series, so very tight for the most part. And we managed to get into round 2 to face Dallas for the 3rd straight year. Now, Dallas is a very different team, I'd say, because their offense actually looks really good. So I feel like it's going to be definitely tougher for our team because our team's not that offensively minded, and they're very offensively minded, I'd say, by comparison. So as you can see, this offensive core is really good compared to us in terms of depth and everything. So I think it's going to be definitely a tough task for our offense to slow down theirs and play our kind of defensive game we play. It's very similar to what they've had in previous years as well. The defense on the team is not that great for them. So that's somewhere we're actually better than they are. So if our defense plays really good, maybe we could shut down their offense, but I don't really know about that. And then goalie-wise, they do have a solid goaltending tandem in Weinhandel and Denny. And depth-wise, they don't really have that great of depth, but it is what it is. So that is that. And then also, I did show you guys a comparison to the playoffs during, like their stats in the playoffs so far compared to us. But we didn't take a look at the regular season. So we are going to quickly take a look at how they did during the regular season compared to us. They only finished with 1 more point. They had a much better offense, not a surprise. They had a little bit of a worse defense than us. And then penalty, or power play wise, way better, obviously. Penalty kill wise, way better. So technically, all around, this team was a lot better than us, just a little bit worse defensively than us. So we'll see if we're able to somehow upset them like we did with Minnesota and move on to the conference finals again. But if we don't, it's not the end of the world. But I really would like our team to win a Stanley Cup as fast as possible, so we don't risk losing more guys, that type of thing. But here we go. Let's get into game number 1 in Dallas. We will never have home ice in this playoff run, I don't think. So let's see what happens. See if we could be that underdog here. First period of game 1. We're up 2-0 somehow. I don't really know how, but okay, I'll take it. Kapitanov and Afinasenkov. So the 2 Ovs score on Weinhandel. The shots are 13-8. So seems like our offense is all of a sudden really clicking after that 7-goal game. Hopefully we can keep it going throughout the entire series though, and not just have one really good offensive game and then all of a sudden struggle to score goals. Second period, 3-2, so they almost came back. Well, they did actually come back. Foote and Marner tied the game up at 2. And then Thornton scores a power play goal. Thornton had like 5 points in game 7, so he's starting to tear it up a little bit more. So we're up 3-2. The shots are 23-18. Let's get some more insurance and lock this game down if we can. Cormier ties it up immediately. That's not good. But yeah, they were trying to play our defensive style, but we're more playing their offensive type of style, which is not good. Lally Birdie makes it 4-3. That's not good. Can we tie it back up, please, boys? Teratukin scores at 4. It's kind of surprising we're scoring 4 against a team that's scoring a lot of goals. Penalty kill late in this game. We managed to kill it off, and we are going to overtime in game 1. So we wanted to play our defensive style, and instead we started playing their offensive game. It's 4-4. Shots are 34-30 in favor of Dallas. Who is going to win this game in overtime? I really don't know. Overtime underway. Can we score the game-winning goal, please? Jaskalainen. I'm going to call on you because I know you're a clutch boy. And we're not going to score. And it's going to be Korobov that wins the game for the Dallas Stars as we lose 5-4 in game 1. And we've lost our 2nd straight game 1. And once again, we're trailing in a series as well. So, Kapitanov from Jaskalainen and McGrattan, Afinasenkov from Sedin and Tursenbaev, Thornton from Sedin and Ortiz, and Teratukin from Kapitanov. So we blew a couple leads in that game, which really sucks, and then we end up losing in overtime. I think I'm going to turn back to Sweat for game 2, just to kind of give Benson another break, which might be a little bit weird to do that, but it is what it is. We got to find a way to get this team to somehow stifle this Dallas team. So we'll go back to Sweat. And we'll keep our forward core the same as what we had it. Defense will stay the same as well. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see what Sweat could do against Dallas Stars. See if he could get this series tied up again. Like I said last round, we literally bounced back after every loss with a win. So if we could bounce back again here in round 2, that'd be great. So here you go, game number 2 in Dallas still. Can we tie the series headed home? That'd be really nice if we could do this. First period, down 2-0 this time. That's not good. Newhook and Dubois score. Both pretty quick goals. Our penalty kill has been terrible in the playoffs so far. Our power play has been really good though, so hopefully that could bounce in the second. That'd be nice. Shots are 15-9 in favor of Dallas. Second period, still down 2-0. That's not good. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be an easy series for our team, unless we could win like both home games coming up. We're outshot 26-18. We're down 2-0. Can we get some goals in the third period? Or are we going to be down 2-0 headed home? Campoli makes it 3-0. That's probably the dagger in this one, more than likely. Penalty kill, nicely done. Can we get at least a goal in this game to give us something going into the next game? Penalty kill again, nicely done. Stop taking penalties in this third period, and we get a goal late with 27 seconds left, so maybe that's a sign of things to come. But we do lose 3-1 in game 2. We got outshot badly in that game. That game was definitely not on Sweat because he faced a lot of shots. So Kapitanov from Jaskelainen is that last goal. Oh, yeah, that game was not on Sweat because if we look at his stats, he had a really good save percentage. So it's just our team did not show up offensively. So we're going to make some more line changes, I think, since we're trailing in the series and we want to get back into it. If we could win both home games, we're back in business, but we need to find a way to shut down that offense of theirs, and we need a way to score more goals like what we did in Game 7 of last round. Let's move Scuderi up, Kapitanov down, kind of split up the top line again, and we'll try and flip-flop Patanin and Finisenkov. And we will flip-flop the defense a little bit, move Blacker up, move McGrattan back down. And yeah, we're going to go back to Benson. Yep, that's good. Okay. Let's get into game number 3 and see if we could get back in the series at all. Or are we going to be just like swept by Dallas? I really don't know. Come on, boys. First period. We're up 2-1. I'll take that, I guess. They scored first on the power play, so our penalty kill has still been terrible, which is really not that great. Thornton and Burns score, so that's really good to see. Our power play has still been clicking good, but our penalty kill just does not do that. So we're up 2-1. Shots are 12-7 in favor of us. Second period, they tie the game up. That's not good. Tomasino scores. It's a 2-2 game going into the third. Shots are 20-18 in favor of Dallas. Who wants to be that hero for us to come through? I really don't know who I want to call upon. Let's see what happens in this third period. But yeah, I'm not feeling too good about this series right now. But like I said, I don't know if this team was even meant to get this far in the playoffs, so, or even get to the playoffs. Come on, boys. Can we go up 3-2, please? Who do I want to call upon? Or are we going to overtime situation? Yes, we're going to an overtime situation. The shots are 29-29. It's 2-2, so it's literally anybody's game at this point. Who is going to be the O2 hero? We need one of our guys on our top 6 to start scoring some goals. Kapitanov, Thornton, Burns even, because Burns is literally nothing in the playoffs. It seems like he's not worth a lot of his money when it comes to the playoffs. I don't really know who to call upon. I'm just going to say Jaskelainen again because he's always the guy I call upon, but let's see what happens here in overtime. See if we could get back in the series. Come on, boys. Who wants to be that guy? Ortiz. Power play? Nope. We had a chance there, and then of course they score right after our power play didn't convert, as Dubois makes it a 3-0 series lead for Dallas. We need to reverse sweep them, which I don't think that's going to happen, but Thornton from Scuderi and Jaskelainen, Burns from Forster and Patan. Man. Yeah, Winehandle has been kind of good as well for them lately. That's not good. So we are now down 3-0 in the series after 2 overtime losses and 1 regulation loss. We need to win 4 straight games. Dallas is 7-1 in the playoffs. It's kind of scary. So we might lose the Battle of Texas for the first time. Do you have anybody that we could call up for the minors? Not at all. Jacobs is getting close, it looks like. I should call up some of those guys at some point, but I really don't know. Goalie-wise, how was goalie actually this season in the AHL? Not terrible, but he didn't really get any growth. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's try something drastic. Move Ortiz up, and then move Scuderi to play with Kapitanov. Yeah, we'll do something like that. I really don't know what to do with this team. We just need to find a way to get some more wins. And I don't want to do that. Let's try something like that. Let's just balance out that chemistry. And then, yeah, we'll keep with Benson. He's actually not been terrible. Sweat has been really good, but I really don't know if I should get Sweat back in. Like, if somebody's going to come back from a 3-0 series deficit, it might be Sweat. So, you know what? We're going to go to Sweat. If Sweat can win us these games, then this guy might be our starter the rest of the way. But I don't think he's going to win 4 straight games, to be honest. Here we go. Game number 4 on home ice. Can we fight off elimination? Real-time simulation. And then we'll, if we win this game, we'll get into game 5 as well. But let's see what Sweat could do. See if he can play good again. And see if this team could fight back against a very tough offensive team in Dallas. And we score first, which is good. Gene Thornton. Not even a power play goal, which is kind of surprising. We're out shooting them pretty good here in this first period, and we're going to be up 1-0 after 1, so pretty solid first period defensively. Not the greatest offensive first period, but at least we have the lead. Shots are 15-7 in favor of us. We're up 1-0. Let's see what happens in the second period, see if we can add some insurance. Penalty kill early into the second period, and we killed off, but then they score right afterwards, of course. It's okay, Sweat. I know how you feel, man. This team is way too defensive right now. Come on, guys. Let's get that lead back. And it's going to be 1-1 going into the third. Shots are 26-17. So we're still out shooting them by quite a large margin. We just need somebody to step up here in the third. I really don't know who to call upon. So let's see what happens. See if we can get this series rolling, or are we going to be eliminated in round 2. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Come on, guys. Penalty kill again. Stop taking penalties in the third period. This team is a little bit more aggressive than I'd like, I think. Final few minutes here of this third period. And we're going to our third overtime in 4 games, which is nuts. If we would have scored in those overtimes beforehand, we could have been like closer to winning this series at this point. But it is what it is. Shots are 36-22, so line handle has been locked in for them, which is not good at all. But so far, been a pretty good effort again from Sweat. Third period, let's see if we could, or not third period, overtime situation. Let's see if we could fight off elimination. Who wants to be that guy to score for us and keep us alive? Power play? Come on, please. Nope. Our power play is struggling in OT situations, and now we score. Let's go. We have stayed alive. Kapitanov scores on line handle on the 52nd shot. Jeez. So yeah, we completely obliterated them in shots. We more than doubled them. But wine handle almost won them the game. That wine handle guy is nuts. Thornton from Jaskine and Sedin, and Kapitanov from Blacker and Burns. But we do fight off elimination, and it is a win for Sweat. Sweat has been amazing in these playoffs, and I'm going to keep rolling with him, I think. Because even the losses that he's had have not really been on him. He's been really good. Sorry to Benson, but yeah, Sweat wins us that game, but wine handle was insane for Dallas. Props to him. And then Kapitanov with the game winner gets 3rd star. But yeah, we're going to keep rolling with Sweat and see if he can make a historic comeback. But 3 OT games in the first 4 games is kind of nuts. Our AHL team is on to the conference finals, it looks like, so that's good, but obviously we want a Stanley Cup, not just a Calder Cup. Let's go back to our edit lines here and get back in Sweat. Sorry, Benson. But look at the stat line from Sweat. A 944 and a 163. He's a 76 overall low starter, and he's 25, yet he's playing like that. That's why franchise mode goalie wise is you do not pay like plus 5 million plus to a goalie. You just don't. They're not worth it. Okay, Sweat, can you win 2 straight games for us and keep us alive? Another real-time simulation. We're in Dallas for this game, so this is going to be much tougher. Let's see what happens. Come on, boys. Let's score for Sweat. Because if Sweat could do this, that would be amazing. Power play opportunity. We do not convert. Penalty kill. Long penalty kill. We killed off, though. And we are going to be scoreless after 1. The shots are 10-9 in favor of Dallas, so pretty even opening period. Let's see what happens in a second. Keep it rolling. Penalty kill early. We kill it off, and then we get a power play goal from Scuderi. Let's go. Power play again. We do not convert. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Seems like Sweat's a better penalty kill goalie as well, which is interesting. Unless the team just plays better defensively in front of Sweat, and Lally Birdie ties it up. We're being outshot right now, which is not good. Shots are 24-20 in favor of them. It's a 1-1 game. And yeah, it comes down to this period. If we keep playing good defensively, and if we could get a lead here in this third period, obviously we're going to win this game. But if we don't get a lead or anything, then yeah, we're going to lose this series potentially. Let's see what happens in this third period, see if we go to another overtime situation or not. And Hedman scores an early third period goal. Let's go. Hedman scores another goal. They make it 3-1. Who knew Liam Hedman would score random goals at this point in time, but it is what it is. We're up 3-1. Penalty kill again. Nicely done. Our penalty kill is doing a lot better with Sweat net too. Sweat might be a channel icon at this point if he keeps this up. Blacker gets an empty netter to get his first goal in the playoffs. And we win 4-1 after what looked like it was going to be a game that goes to another overtime situation. Good stuff from Hedman. Scuderi from Ortiz and Forster. Hedman from Scuderi and Kapitanov. And then Hedman from Ortiz and Jaskalainen. And Blacker empty netter from Kapitanov and Teratukin. Look at Sweat, though. Why is he so good? Hedman gets first star. He had 6 hits as well. And then Sweat second star, Scuderi to third. But we're going to keep rolling with Sweat here. I really don't know why Sweat is so good in the playoffs, but apparently he is. I just really hope he could get us to a Game 7 situation as well. We've won 2 straight games. It's a 3-2 series now. Anaheim swept the Oilers, which means if we somehow got to the conference finals, we wouldn't have to face Edmonton, which is good. I don't know what Anaheim looks like, though. So we will go back to Sweat again, because he's now up to, what, a 950 save percentage still and a 151 goals against. Wow. Yeah, he's been way better than Benson, even though Benson's been good, too. Or okay-ish, I'd say. He's been more streaky, it seems like. Can Sweat somehow pull us out of a 3-0 deficit and force a Game 7? We're back on home ice again. Come on, guys. Not going to make any changes to the lineup. Let's go. Do another real-time simulation here for Game 6. Come on, guys. Come on, Sweat. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. I don't know why this guy's so good, though. I should have maybe used him earlier. Who knows? Penalty kill. Nicely done. We're getting badly outshot in this opening period. It's not good. Hopefully our offense could score on our limited opportunities, and we're going to be scoreless after 1. Shots are 13-8 in favor of Dallas, so not a really close, well, somewhat close period, I guess you could say, with the lack of goals. Let's see what happens in the second period, see if we can grab the lead here. Come on, guys. Penalty kill. A long penalty kill again, and a 5-on-3, and they go at a goal right afterwards, of course. I don't blame Sweat on that at all. We're getting peppered in shots in this game. So if we end up losing this game, it's going to be because of our offense, not because of Sweat again. And it's going to be 1-0 for Dallas going into the third. The shots are 28-15 in favor of them. They're definitely outplaying us. I don't really know if we're going to be able to tie this one up here, but if we could tie it up, that would be really nice. Because we got to do it for Sweat, guys. Third period. Let's see if we can tie this up, or are we going to be losing in Game 6? Power play opportunity in this third period. We do not score. That might have been our chance. Power play again. Come on, guys. We don't score. Penalty kill. Final few minutes of Game 6. Are we going to lose in Game 6? And yes, we are. Marner gets an empty netter. And we are going to be packing our bags in 6 games. So we do not get back to a Game 7. but you cannot fault Sweat. He literally had a really good game and almost got us that win if our offense would have stepped up. Oh, that really blows. Because once again, Sweat had a 977 save percentage. He was locked in, but the team did not give him anything. He got first star of the game in that loss. That's actually ridiculous. Oh, that sucks that we're out in round 2, but it was a better year than I expected again, just like last year. Hopefully we don't lose anybody key in the offseason, because we are running out of time on some of this, because Jääskeläinen is getting older, that type of thing. But let's take a look at our player stats throughout those 2 rounds, and then we'll simulate up to the awards to see if Jääskeläinen wins another Selkie and that type of thing. And then that'll be it for this episode. Okay, so Jääskeläinen 12 points in 13 games, just under point per game, but still he's been a playoff beast. He's got over 100 playoff points in 90 games, which is crazy. Love him. Ortiz 6 points per team. Burns only 4 points. Okay, Burns, I'm not sold on Burns at all. That's not good enough. 4 points from a second line center. And then yeah, everybody else is 3 and below. Thornton was really good. Forster was not bad. And then Sidor only had 1 goal in round 1. Right wing wise, Kapitanov was good. Skidary was not bad. And Fenisenkov was terrible plus minus wise. And then defensively, Sedin, Teratukin, Hedman, all pretty solid. Blacker, McGrattan, and Yip are all quiet though. Our defense was quieter than usual. Teratukin really took a step back in the playoffs this year, because normally he picks up a lot more points than that. I don't know if it's because the defense, of course, changed it a bit. And then, yeah, Sweat was a monster. I really hope I could use him in the playoffs again next year and he could do the same type of thing. And then Benson was solid. So some interesting goaltending stats right there for sure. So that is that. And let me take a quick look at our team stats from the playoffs. What did we do good this year and what did we not, out of curiosity? So our offense didn't score enough. We allowed the exact same amount of goals as we scored. So yeah, our offense needs to be better. Power play percentage was really good, and our penalty kill was actually not that bad. It kind of picked up with Sweat being in net. So yeah, we just need to be a better offensive team, it seems like. So hopefully some of our draft prospects start developing well. So that is that. Let's sim up to the awards and find out who wins the Stanley Cup and all that type of thing. So the Stanley Cup champion for 2035 is going to be the Dallas Stars, and our AHL team has won the Calder Cup. So that's actually pretty cool. So Dallas wins the Stanley Cup, so we lose to the best team in the NHL, and our AHL team wins the Calder Cup. Let me actually take a look at the AHL team, because I did not take a look at their stats at all for this playoff run. So Cairns led the way. A lot of these guys aren't panning out, which is annoying, but it must be the defensive play on this team, because a lot of these point totals aren't really that great. And then Galvin was really good as a 68. Goalie barely played in the playoffs, but still he wins the Calder, or not, yeah, the Calder Cup in his first season. Interesting. Don't really know what to make of that team at all, because they're not developing, but they win a Calder Cup, so interesting. Oh yeah, I want to go to the rest of the awards, goddammit. Okay, so the Stanley Cup champion was Dallas, who beats us, of course, in the second round. Columbus wins the President's Trophy, and it was a Dallas and Montreal Stanley Cup Finals. Interesting. Individual award-wise, Chiodo wins the Art Ross for Columbus, and the Hart as well. Alenka wins the Norris for Philadelphia. Barzal wins the Lady Byng. Salvador wins the Calder for the Islanders. Campoli wins the Conn Smythe for Dallas. Hammerla wins the Vezina for Tampa Bay. Nielsen wins the Jennings for Ottawa. Spence wins the Masterton. And Jack Adams to Colorado's coach Kay Meyer. And Jääskeläinen has won 5 straight Selke trophies. Let's go. This guy is a GOAT. So 5 straight Selkies for him. He's like the new Patrice Bergeron. Love to see that. Chiodo wins to Lindsay, and Hawley wins to Richard. So Another good year for Jaskalainen on a team that has taken some hits, so that's nice to see. AHL award wise, who won the best player in the playoffs for our AHL team? Lucic. Okay, I'll take that. He was on our NHL team last year, so that is the only award down there in the AHL team. Interesting. So that is that, and let's continue to sim up to retirements and all that type of thing. Take a look at the draft class as well, because I honestly don't know what the draft class looks like at this stage. So the St. Louis Blues have first, followed by Pittsburgh, Vancouver, Vegas, and Washington. Interesting. And let's take a look at those retired players. So Rantanen's the big one, Gensel. Interesting. Nothing spectacular. Well, a lot of huge players, but nothing that plays for us, obviously, I think. I'll double check on that. Goalie-wise, best is Blackwood, Kakinen, Vanacek, Skinner, that type of thing. Let's take a look and see if we lost anybody. I don't think we did, because nobody's that old yet. Yeah, we have not lost anybody yet. But Jaskalainen is like 31, I think, so he is getting up there. Nico Hischier is now a coach. And coach retirement wise, we did not lose a coach this year, which is good. Not like last year. And let's take a look at that draft class and the progress reports and the contract situation. And then that'll be it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think about all this type of thing down below, because I'll need to know about that for the off season. Where are we drafting, out of curiosity? Like what overall? It is number 22. Let's see what we got here around number 22. Okay, so 22. We have some top 6 forward prospects and some demons. So this guy's 2 years out. That's very intriguing. But he might be a top 4 that has just a high overall. But this guy's 2 years out. We don't really need defensemen, though. We need more forwards, I'd say, than anything. This guy's looking pretty good as well. 3 years out, though. Anton's might be decent. I'll pin a couple of these guys. Scouts are recommending us AJ Fedoruk, which I don't know about him. Alan Betts, which doesn't have an NHL ETA, which is a little bit weird. Huh. Jamie Boss. Yeah, this draft class might not be that good again. Hopefully we can get a top 6 forward at least, though. Ooh. 2 years out. This guy's like Claude Giroux as well. We'll pin him. He might be our pick. What about this top 4? Looks pretty good as well, 2 years out. So there might be some decent players in this draft for us that we could get. Let's just sort and see if there's any low leads, because we do like our low leads in every draft. And there might be one here at Tootin. 3 years out. No weakness, apparently. I'll pin him. He might be a low elite. Not too sure on a lot of these other guys. There might be some low elites. Might be. It's just really tough to tell. This guy's got good skating, potentially. Okay, what about goalie-wise? What is there for goalies in this draft? Let's sort by scouting rank. Yeah, this is not a really good goalie draft. That's okay. So that is that. Let's take a quick look at the progress reports in that contract situation just to see who's up for renewal this year. So Jacob's getting a lot of growth, natural growth too. So he's probably going to be in the NHL roster next season if we could find a way to get him in. But everybody else is not really getting much growth. I might want to keep Sweat as our backup next year just because he was a good playoff goalie. And then in the system wise, let's sort by overall. Looks like we're getting some growth from some guys like Umberger, Spiller. What about that guy we drafted a couple episodes back, that top 6 forward? Wharton did not develop at all, which is weird. I don't think he has those X factors as well. No, he doesn't. But Wharton didn't get any growth, which is a bit weird. How about goalie-wise? Goalie got growth. Daryl Goalie's up to a 59. That's good to see. Hopefully he continues to grow. Cousins got growth as well. Not bad. Galvin got a lot of growth as well. So that is that. And the final thing, the contract situation. So the big one that is up for renewal this offseason is Taratukhin. and he's wanting 14.5 as of right now. But I think he is the main one we would want to bring back because I'm not 100% sold on Burns. He's not really that great. Scuderi and everybody else would probably come back if we could afford them. But this offseason might be a little bit less of losses than normal. But yeah, I think the big one is probably Cheratukin. And then what is Benson wanting? 7.2. He's probably going to get qualified again. And Sweat probably will be our NHL backup goalie. Unless for some reason Park could take over that spot. But he was a really good goalie, Sweat, so maybe we keep him. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Houston Sharpshooters Draft to Glory franchise mode. So in next episode, we will take it to the entire offseason again as we look to work our way back into being a good contending team again and win ourselves a Stanley Cup before this franchise mode ends. So let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.